So first of all, what is a transfer case?
Transfer case is one of these things. It makes a two-wheel drive car be four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. It's what transfers power to the front wheels and the rear wheels at the same time.
And like this is not in like a Honda Civic.
No, not Civic. Like pilots have them. They call them PTUs, power transfer units. They act a little differently, but the concept is the same.
So this is kind of similar what would be in a Jeep.
Yep, Jeeps. I mean, any truck that's four-wheel drive.
Okay. So we had to take one out today, right?
Yes.
So can you like show us how, like where this end connects and this end and how it all works?
So this side bolts to your transmission. The output shaft of the transmission splines right here. And you can see the splines there. And as the transmission output shaft is turning, it turns the backside. Unless it's in neutral, but this one doesn't have a neutral, it's electronically controlled. Jeeps are manually controlled. You'll have a lever instead of a button. If it's got a button, it has something similar to this. So this turns and gets power to your rear wheels.
And this is where a drive shaft is attached to?
Drive shaft bolts here and then bolts to the rear end.
And so this one was in a Toyota?
Yes.
And we had to replace it?
Yes, they had something happen and the drive shaft broke at some, like, previously, and we ended up putting a drive shaft on it. But whatever broke the drive shaft, also, if you can see, bent the flange for the rear output yoke. So it vibrated like crazy.
Any transfer case tips?
Change your fluid whenever, I mean, each manufacturer is different, but change your fluid when it's recommended. You know, don't shift it into four-wheel drive at 90 miles an hour. Don't flat toe, in my opinion, period, because that'll destroy everything because it keeps the chain inside. There's a chain inside of here and it just spins constantly. It gets hot. So.
And then I know some people who like to put their vehicles into four-wheel drive on pavement. That's a no-no too? Well, like Jeeps. Like without...
Depends on how sticky your tires are. It'll put a lot of strain on everything, you know, when you're doing that. But, you know, if your tires are spinning, that's fine. If they're super grippy and you turn really tight, yeah, you have the potential to break some things. But I four-wheel drive on pavement, but...
All right. Okay. Thank you, Daniel, for Transfer Case 101. We are now going to go over to Nick, who doesn't want to talk today, but this is a Gladiator, and he's been hooking up probably 1,000 miles worth of cable and wiring. Yes. And today he just got this little thing working, and he took the little cables out. Can you tell us what this is?
So Bob came up with that idea on his Gladiator.
This is Bob's idea from his Gladiator. Hang on, folks.
Basically, it's so we can air up and air down all in one go. We can do all four tires at once. I'll just show you one so you get the idea. So basically, this hooks up to your valve stem, pushes on.
Just pretend it's there.
No, let me hook to this side first. So the whole chassis is plumbed with air. Each corner, each wheel well has a fitting. And then these just hook right onto the valve stems. Like that.
It's going to get loud. Plug your ears. Oh, it's turned off.
Every corner, you know, the idea is to air down. You just do that number. It's not a lot of air, so, you know, it is airing down right now. And then to air up, you would close this valve, open this valve with the air compressor on. It would air all four up at the same time.
Where's the air compressor?
The air compressor is in the back on this guy.
Let's go look.
now that I think we're going to start using a whole lot more. We're going to put one on Ryan's Jeep as well. But this is the ARB twin compressor.
And this is a TNT bracket to
Yep.
hold it in.
Yep. So this is a cover. I have one on the bench. I can show you a raw one. But this is just a cover. You take the cover off. If you need to service the ARB or for whatever reason, take it off. This piece comes off and the compressor stays mounted to the side of the bed. It's all wired and everything like that. It's got lights in the... Where's that?
Woo!
Lights back
Fancy.
here. Yep. And then let's put on the cell booster. The antenna up here. The cell booster. All the antennas for that. The CV. Get the rack inside. I gotta tighten that up still. And then lights up here. Pillar light. It's just about finished.
And where's, you said you had a bracket on your bench? Maybe?
This is the same one that's back there. This is for Ryan's compressor. But so basically, we countersink the back of it so you can mount it on a flat surface. But that's what mounts to the bed using the 4 5/16 bolts. That bolts to the back of the ARB, and then it's got a cover in case wherever it's at in the back of the Jeep,
Something
you don't
ding.
have to worry about it hitting it or beating it up with, in this case, like a fridge or all your gear, or in Ryan's case, like your fuel can or tool bag. You don't have to worry about beating it up and scratching the compressor. I got the message. Excuse that. Just kind of protect. The ARB already puts a cover on it, but this R cover kind of protects the whole compressor, and still has airflow for the fan, so it doesn't overheat. Works good.
And I don't know if this is on our website yet or not, folks, so we'll...
Pretty new. It's pretty
Yeah.
new. Pat use this from now on until we get this bracket because it works pretty good. It's pretty nice. Protects it. Get it out of the way.
All right, folks, my low battery on my phone is going because I was videotaping today. So that was Transfer Case 101 with Daniel and Fancy Wiring with Nick. All right. Sorry I didn't answer any questions, folks, but we'll answer them later. Have a good night. Happy TNT Tuesday.